animal, the same breed. I want me another cane corso. I miss my dog. Why am I emotional? All right, let's see what's going on. All right, confirmation. You could be having some sort of emotional time at this time. Something is happening 9 months from now. All right, let's see what's going on in this energy. My name is Ari, the Healing Empress, aka the Fly Goddess. All right, decisions, decisions, decisions. You have had to make. You have had to make a lot of decisions. All right, within the last past month. All right, there's some sort of new beginning that's happening though. All right. Queen of Wands. This is baby mother energy, or you could be a mother with children. All right. Confidence, creativity, leadership, passion. All right. Being able to see beyond something. All right. Hello. All right. So something is happening. Divine is here. Clarity, new ideas, mental truth. You're getting ready to have a new beginning, but somebody's getting ready to go through some sort of ending. All right, this is Pluto energy. Something has to end in order for something to begin in a distant future. All right, I'm just feeling like if it wasn't you, if it wasn't them, it was going to be you. Authority, structure, stability, and leadership is here. I'm talking, this is a masculine energy. All right, this person may only have 9 months to live. All right, inspiration is here. There's a new beginning here. All right, ancestors and evil eye. Your ancestors will never forget. All right, your ancestors will never forget. All right, chakra is here, and somebody has to surrender to the divine. Oh shit, that mess is coming out deep as hell. All right, family member is significant. All right, there's an ice queen here. All right, emotional fulfillment is here. Magician. Somebody was doing some sort of bull. Somebody was doing some sort of bullshit, and it's catching up with them. All right, heartbreak. It might be disheartening for you to watch, but God's showing you how you were never supposed to have been played with. All right, rich girl is here. All right, work, efforts, and labor. All right, Jezebel energy. Somebody was doing too much. Too much. All right, what's coming in for this person's spirit? There is a portal tomorrow. All right, if anybody is wanting a 8/8 portal reading, they are available. All right, $22.22. Oh, my bad, shit. $22.22. All right, for an 8/8 portal reading if you are interested. All right, actual money is here. Your pathway is opening up. Somebody can no longer manipulate a situation. All right, somebody was trying to manipulate something when it came to your money. All right, somebody could be 35, 48 is significant. All right, somebody have faith that something will work to manipulate something, and other shit has happened. All right. Divine feminine, emotional pain. Somebody try to cause you some sort of emotional pain when it comes to money in your pathway. Somebody wanted to manipulate. All right, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Somebody's going through some sort of loss, grief, and disappointment and regret. Whoever this was that tried to manipulate you, now they're going through some sort of heartbreak. All right, there's a message of concern that's coming through. All right, there's a message of concern that's coming through. Oh my God, cut that shit down. All right, yeah, there's a decision that was made when it comes to love, partnership, and union. All right, it's just somebody was mad and somebody did something, and now somebody's suffering consequences. Just as easy as that. All right, you got abundance coming in. Manipulation. You got abundance coming in from somebody who tried to manipulate you. All right, charity is here. All right, somebody has to give to you, or somebody is giving, or spirit is taking. Spirit is taken. All right, somebody chose the wrong person. All right, somebody chose wrong. All right, today is going to be a good day for you. All right, it's some sort of goodness coming towards you. 1 a.m. is significant. 1 a.m. Somebody created a will and trust in your name so that they can pass it off. All right. Somebody try to create something. Somebody knows that you are hurt by what you know. Actions is significant. Somebody did crimes to cover up crimes, wanting their family's approval. All right. Somebody is jealous of your success. Somebody knows that they will never come back. All right. Somebody knows that they are receiving. Somebody knows they're receiving karma. All right. You got happy times coming. All right. New memories and good news is coming your way. All right. Somebody picked their family over you and now they're suffering. All right. Money is coming in towards you. All right. If anybody is wanting and on the spot read, all right, they are $15 at this time. All right. 1 p.m. is here. Something could be happening at 1 p.m. Somebody moving. Somebody could be moving out of the country. There are no more fights and no more arguments here. All right. Because somebody fucking can't. All right. What's crazy is, blessed girl, my masculine had a damn stroke maybe like 3 or 4 days ago. Or about a week ago now. 9 a.m. is significant. That nigga had a fucking stroke. Karma, motherfucker. That shit don't miss. God don't give a fuck what you got going on. You can't treat anybody any type of way. That thing shit ain't gonna happen to you. Alright, and then he got in 2 car accidents within a month. The nigga got a car accident the day he had a stroke. Alright, but that was early in the part of the day where the nigga hit 3 parked cars. Alright, he should have known something was coming. Alright, that would have made me set the fuck down. Alright, being in 2 accidents in 1 month and then you have a stroke. If that ain't enough to wake a bitch ass nigga up, I don't know what the fuck is. Alright, it's 6 a.m. It's significant. Alright, it's so much money being sent to someone overseas. Alright, somebody having a girl. 6 a.m. 7 weeks. Ooh. Somebody gets 7 weeks pregnant. Somebody could be having a girl. Alright. When you have this baby, it's going to be early in the morning. Alright. Death angel is following somebody. Alright. And they know it. Alright. Life of luxury. Somebody sees that you're still hurt from them leaving. Alright. Alright. You're very protected. And this is what you're finding out. Secretly sending money. Somebody is secretly sending money somewhere, causing some sort of initial confusion for you. But something is getting ready to be cleared up. Alright, something is getting ready to be cleared up. Alright, ancestors are involved now. Just talking about dead uncle. Damn. A relationship from the past is starting up again. Alright, so something from the past could be starting up again. But your boundaries are different. So stay on them. Alright, something could be starting up from the past, but them boundaries need to be strong as fuck. Alright, you ain't got to deal with shit no more. Nothing. Alright, and if it ain't going, if it ain't what the fuck you want, if it ain't what the fuck you want, you got the ability to say hell the fuck no and just roll with it, because anything that is supposed to be yours will be yours. When I say put down boundaries, I don't give a fuck what's going on. Alright, I don't, this nigga just had a stroke. You think I give a fuck? No, I don't. I don't at all. Boundaries still gonna be set in place. I don't give a fuck what the hell going on. Alright, and this is how you should be at this time. Straight boundaries. Alright. Not playing. You can't, because it's almost like show them now so you ain't never got to show them again. Alright, 3 p.m. is significant. You will always get what you want. That's why go ahead and have your boundaries. You gonna get what you want anyways. Right. And when you focus on you, more shit comes to you any motherfucking way. More shit comes to you anyways because you're focused. Alright, you got a huge payment coming in. I'm telling you, you finna be alright when you ain't got to worry about shit. To be honest. Alright. Things are getting ready to get better for you. Alright. Courts, talking to other courts. Somebody was trying to steal something that belongs to you. Alright. But that shit is coming back your way. It's feeling like rerouted. Somebody mad because you know somebody is alive, or somebody is mad because you are alive. Alright. You're getting ready to lead, pack, and move fast, moving. You've already done that. Alright. God finna show you how you favor now. Alright. Blank check is here. You got some sort of money coming towards you. Alright. He calling. Who? Talking about the past? Alright, somebody should be trying to send people in. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm recording. I'm gonna have to keep going because I'm on a time. I gotta. Okay. You got some sort of blank check that's coming towards you. Somebody want to marry you, but somebody afraid that you would decline. All right. So, like I said, you got somebody coming back from the past. All right. All right, a phone call that makes you pack. All right, so you already received a phone call that makes you pack. Now somebody's coming towards you, wanting you to marry, asking your hand in marriage. All right, somebody want to come towards you and be serious. All right. Oh, confirmation. It's easier to date when your housing situation is different, when your money situation is different. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, bitch, I don't really need you. So what is it that you have to offer me? You know? What is it that you have to offer me that I can't do by myself? Husband is here. Somebody, what the fuck was that? Oh, somebody try to come in and be your husband. That's my Florida water fell. All right, you can have family members coming towards you as well. These people are drug addicted. All right, pay attention to the people coming towards you because they know that you're going to receive something. U.S. Marshals is here. All right, Alexandria and brother. All right, inside job. Ooh, shit. Phone call that changes everything. Depositing checks that belong to you. Somebody's depositing some sort of checks to an app that they are not supposed to. Somebody is sending you money. There is a manager that is using their job. A daughter could be scamming. All right, or somebody connected. All right, somebody doesn't want to battle you anymore. All right, somebody can't. Spell work is working. It's not working. 7 weeks is significant. All right, somebody transfers some sort of deed or title, some sort of will document. All right, someone who is watching in jail is getting ready to snitch on everybody. All right, somebody is tired of everybody that they know. So somebody getting fed up with a situation. Imagine somebody who was locked in with somebody who was doing a bunch of criminal shit just wake up and say, you know what? I'm going to choose violence today. I'm telling on every fucking body. Somebody is waking up telling on everybody. 8 p.m. is significant. Alexandria, the return to sender, blackmail. Somebody is doing things remotely. So these are people who are working from home, who got these work from home jobs, all right, where you can look in the system, all right, and look up information. That's what they're doing. Mississippi is here. All right, somebody loves you so much that it scares them. Shit. All right, dream home is significant. All right, if anybody wants on the spot reads, they are $15 at this time. All right, it's $15 at this time. I'm doing one more. All right, if you are interested in a video, all right, 2222 for a 30-minute video. 2222 for a 30-minute video. Somebody said that they were sending you some money 8 p.m. All right, a masculine is significant. All right, so you could be receiving some sort of money. All right, so I'm going to go down in history. Look, motherfuckers want to call you on that crazy shit. They want to entertain you. Cash App is always available. All right, Apple Pay is available too. Ain't nobody got time to be entertaining shit. I got shit to do. All right, so if motherfuckers want to be in your face, you let them know what all the fuck that you got going on and what you got to do and how you ain't got time. All right. Somebody's sister know somebody was back. All right, so a sister could know that you're back or something. All right, your ex was a part of the setup to steal from you, and that's why this nigga going through it. There's no coming back. What I say? Come on now. Golden Key? Bless girl, I know you hearing me. Your ex was a part of a plot to steal from you. And they know that there's no coming back. And what the fuck happening to that motherfucker right now? That's crazy as fuck. Mary is significant, Florida bound. You could be going to Florida soon, or somebody could be going to Florida. California is significant. Someone is dying. Somebody is dying. All right, this person was a part of the plot. Doorman security is significant. Florida tags is here. Police department. It's a whole bunch of Florida shit coming out. All right. Somebody could be connected to some scamming in Florida. All right. You are passing these people in life. All right. Fake friends smiling in your face. 8 a.m. Be careful if people trying to come back into your life. All right. Second destination is here. 4 p.m. All right, I feel like you finna get that house together. You finna do whatever you need to do with it. Then you finna rent that shit out. All right, 7 a.m. is significant, expedited. Something is happening real fast. All right, something is coming towards you faster. Full moon is significant. Yeah, your cousin reached out. Okay. Your ancestor said yes. All right, something about a passed on grandmother on your father's side. All right, somebody built houses on some land that belong to you, and death is their sentence. Yeah, they trying to be nice. I bet. All right, somebody try to blackmail somebody. All right. Oh, really? All right, he will understand in the end. Don't waste your time. All right. Oh, no, you're fine. They understand. Okay, so something is happening. You will understand in the end. 333. You won't find out how fucking supported and protected the spiritual realm is when it comes to you. All right, Spirit getting ready to show you. All right, Safari, he's finna get wild. Okay. Somebody got caught overseas. Overseas people involved. All right, a fight broke out at a cookout. Spirit say it's handled. All the BS before the blessing. All right, renting a car. Somebody can't pay something back. Am I right? Somebody hate that that you keep figuring shit out. All right, somebody from the past. All right, Houdini. All right, it's significant. Langley Air Force Base, Virginia is significant. All right, King is here. Somebody keep trying to figure out how the fuck you keep figuring shit out. All right, 4 p.m. is significant. A community built with your money. All right, so a masculine trying to figure out how the fuck you keep figuring shit out. All right, somebody is making moves so that you can be comfortable. Somebody is leaving something behind. St. John's, Florida is significant. Jacksonville area. Somebody sees that your gift is real. All right, sudden wealth. You got sudden wealth coming in. All right, 5 a.m. Somebody could be getting a deposit. All right, somebody could be moving in somebody else's home. All right, a baby mother is a lawyer. All right, somebody, a baby mother could be having to go seek a lawyer. All right, because somebody can't pay somebody back. Oh, shit. Somebody ready to marry you. Even more now, moving now. What the hell is going on between the sheets in my home? Baby, baby, explain. What the fuck? All right, so somebody was intercepting some payments, all right, and you're getting ready to receive them. All right, new life is happening now. All right, there's a spiritual judgment that is getting ready to motherfucking happen. All right, somebody is spoiling you with affection. Somebody lying to get close to you. You are unmatched. Watch these people. Watch their energy. Demand everything that you want. All right, actual money is coming towards you. All right, before the money is out. An aunt is significant. And something about a mother. 3 a.m. All right, someone from the past. All right, military records is significant. LA is significant. All right, government paying you money. All right, a divine masculine. All right, women and children have to move. All right, women and children have to move, but it ain't true. All right, somebody knows that you are disconnected from their energy. Pay attention to the family that's coming in out of the blue. Damn, I just said that shit. All right, pay attention to the family coming out of the blue. All right. There's something changing with your career. Writing is significant. Somebody getting ready to receive some sort of writing. That's crazy because I just seen sister. It said somebody listened to their sister. Damn, paid off is here. Damn, I should have said it too. It's going to pop out again. Moten is significant. Mother's side of the family. Courts are being investigated. Somebody's in trouble. 2 a.m. All right, a lawyer who can work in both states. There's full exposure of what somebody did coming out. A family member is calling but doesn't want to. All right. Somebody doesn't care. They're not leaving you. All right, 4 a.m. Somebody wants something. Somebody wants to do something sweet for you. Mama, fuck that bitch. How the fuck is she gonna tell you something? How the fuck? Cause they all want shit. Your fucking house. They can't argue with that. There's nothing that they can do. When he passes away, they don't get shit. You and your kids get that. That's your shit. All right? Somebody trying to use your child, and that was the last straw. She wanted them to put. No, she wanted them to put her house. No, she wanted them to put her house. Huh? All right. So something's coming from a baby father. All right. Houdini. Now you see him, now you don't, is what I'm hearing. All right, they don't know how to approach you because they know something. Oh, she stayed with the mom. Oh. All right, so something's getting ready. Underhanded cricket. Somebody, you're going to find out somebody's cricket. Somebody's trying to claim some funds. All right, there's some sort of notice happening. Somebody tried to frame somebody, all right, for a bunch of crimes, all right? Somebody see why people lie so much and lie heavy, all right? Something is coming to a complete end here. There's a church getting busted, all right? And something's getting ready to come towards you. With that. What the fuck? Well, they finna go through shit. Because what they thought they was going to do, they ain't going to be able to do. And they could be the very ones doing spell work on him, too. All right, what's coming in today? All right. Last cards, what's coming in today? All right, there's a divine masculine here. All right. Some sort of news. You're being cheered for. A new residence is here. Flight and departure. Somebody want to take some sort of risk and heal something. They coming towards you quickly. All right, for a new beginning. News coming in. Has something to do with the birth of a child or some sort of business. But there's a new beginning here. There's a new beginning all here. All right, and stability is here. All right, so there's a new beginning and stability coming towards you. All right, something getting ready to be healed. There's a divine masculine could be contacting you today. All right, and that is your read. Oh, goodness. That was